can still be with my husband, love him, but what happens to a dream deferred? What happens when you have a desire for attention, to be worshiped, to be truly, inundated with passion? How do you get that? I just don't understand how the ladies are doing it.
I do want to bring it through a little bit back to your polyamorous relationship. My listeners do love hearing, how are people doing it? How is it possible? How does it look different for everybody? So maybe if you could take us back to when you first opened up, what did that look like? How have you navigated the last, it sounds like 12 or so years in a polyamorous marriage? You both have multiple partners. Give us the cliff notes, I guess, and then we can get a better picture of how you both operate.
Absolutely. We've been poly for 17 years. So again, we were in the front and getting all the daggers back in 2005 when we started our company on polyamory. And so we have developed very deep, succinct systems on how to deal with the relationships. Not only just the communication portion, which is urgently important, even if you're monogamous, you need it. But the second piece of that is what we call the 9 expressions of love. So my husband and I have found a system that helps us categorize our relationships. The biggest thing for me and for him is that we know the purpose of our relationships. So you understand, we have these 9 basic formats for relating that help people to understand what this relationship is about. So for instance, I have 2 husbands. One of them is a soul choice, and the other one is a womb choice. So we have these words and these names and this archetype to help identify what the relationship's about. And that helps us not only to stay in our lane, but not drag other things into the relationship. So a womb choice is a man who's like, as soon as you meet him, your pussy does a Kegel. You're like, oh my God, I have to sleep with him. Like, what? Oh, yeah. You feel that? Like, and that's personal with you and him. And that's the combination of your energy. So if you get with a womb choice, you have to understand what womb choice entails. And don't try to make him into support choice, which is domestic. Don't try to make him into crown choice, which is about being a guru and a sage and spirituality. Don't try to make him, you understand? Because if you do that, then you're not really honoring what that container is. So we have all those 9 choices that help us to really identify what our partners are. And that helps us to even quell jealousy. Because if I know I'm your soul choice, like me and my husband, that means we have a life mission to do together. Our relationship is mostly work, writing books, downloading information, tweaking and orgasming off of changing the world.
Yes.
So I don't have to pull in. He doesn't have to be my passionate womb choice. You understand? So we have developed that system. It's the 9 expressions of love. Sanu, bring me that book by you. So that's one of the systems we use to really help our poly.
Amazing.
9 expressions of love.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this helps monogamous people too, because
I was just going to say that. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, you know why, Jessica? Because they try to make the man or the woman be everything. And that leads to divorce.
Yeah. It's
Period.
so much pressure. It's so much pressure. Do you have a lot of monogamous clients, like people who come through the program and Divorce Proof Your Marriage, they stay monogamous for the most part? Or is it 50-50?
I would say it's 70-30. I have mostly monogamous people, but they want to be divorce proof. I think monogamous people want to be divorce proof more than poly people, but that's a generalization. But my monogamous people stay monogamous, but I expand them into more freedom-based monogamy. So that's not monogamish. It's just they have a free range to bring information back and desires and fulfill their desires. Yeah.
Right. I love that. Like real honesty with their partner, being okay with talking about maybe other lovers, but never acting on it. Is that?
Sure. But even games, we give them exercises like, oh, we're going to go to the club Saturday night and each of us see how many numbers we can get.
Oh, fun. That sounds fun for me.
You don't have to go all the way, you can just, have some fun. We have 100 games like that where we support our clients with that type of thing, monogamous clients.
This is incredible. Where are you guys based?
We're based in Houston, USA, down in Texas. Yeah.
Love Houston. My husband actually lived there for 5 years before we met, and we have family there. So we go every now and then.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is so wild and interesting. I love this so much, and I just talk about this all the time, how you cannot get your needs met from one person. I mean, you can try, and people stay married for a long time, as we were talking about earlier, in relationships where that is what they're doing. And many people, and hear this if you're listening, who maybe you don't even realize you're trying to do that, but if you're the type of person that is threatened by your partner having female friends or male friends, or you guys spend all of your time together and you don't have a big community to lean on and hang out with and spend time apart so that you can come back to each other like as new, that is likely unhealthy. So start to think about some of these things. And even in your friendships, where can I get some of these needs met? Like, who is my support system? Who is my, did you say crown chakra?
Crown choice, womb choice,
crown choice,
money choice, power. I mean, there's 9, and they're just really critical. But yes, you can get those needs met non-sexually. I think, except for womb choice. Now, I feel sorry for ladies. Now, wait a minute.
It's impossible.
All right, like, I feel sorry for women because I was that woman who is married and who loves your husband truly and is monogamous. And there's no married people. There's no people who live in the same house who are womb choice. If you move in with your womb choice, that passion will subside because you've removed the polarity. So every married person is missing womb choice energy. So it's hard to conceive of how my life would have been if I weren't able to have my womb choices now. Because, like, I could still be with my husband, love him, but what happens to a dream deferred? What happens when you have a desire for attention, to be worshiped, to be truly, inundated with passion? How do you get that? I just don't understand how the ladies are doing it. I was going crazy when I couldn't have it.
They're going crazy. That's how they're doing it, I think. And suppressing. If you think about how many women in this country are on medication that suppresses the passion.
Jessica. But Jessica, forget the medication. That's terrible enough, because that's going to end out your sex drive. It's going to go ahead and
yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah.
But look back to what we said, the culture. Mm-hmm. If women aren't getting this need met, then look around at the anger. People walking in schools and just shooting them up. Mm-hmm. People walking around just, so angry, that road rage and just violence and just hatred. That is the women who are unhappy. So I know people don't equate that, but if we could just move a little bit into woo and consider that, I would be so happy. I want to see that before this lifetime is over, Jessica.
I'm glad that you're enjoying Open Late Podcast in this way. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss one. And check out this next video for more tips, insights, and my expertise on non-monogamy and polyamory. If you want full episodes, you can find them wherever you download your podcasts.